What is the soul? A yogic perspective on the essence of being. Introduction. Beyond the self in the quest to understand human existence, yoga philosophy makes a critical distinction between the self and the soul. While the self, Jivatman, plays the role of an individual actor, the soul, Atman, is the universal seed of consciousness, eternal, formless, and untouched by worldly influences. This subtle but powerful insight from the yogic tradition offers a deep spiritual lens through which to understand our true nature. Left pointing magnifying glass soul versus self, to seeds, to parts soul, Atman or Purusha Visesan is the universal witness, the seer, DRSTA, untouched by nature, Prakriti. Self, Jivatman or Purusha, is the individual entity emerging from the soul like a sprouting seed. The self acts, desires, evolves, or devolves. It is the seat of ego, intelligence, and action. In contrast, the soul simply is pure awareness, steady and serene. Seedling the soul, seed of human evolution. Just like a seed grows into a tree and blossoms, the soul is the silent origin of human evolution. Here's how the inner journey unfolds. From the soul, Asmita, the individual sense of I, sprouts. From Asmita, consciousness, Citta, arises. From consciousness emerge ego, ahamkara, intelligence, buddhi, mind, manas, senses of perception and organs of action. This layered formation shapes our internal universe. But though all these arise from the soul itself remains untouched, a silent witness. Water wave thought waves, the dance of consciousness. As these layers interact with the world, they gather impressions and memories. These imprints stir the mind, causing Vrttis, the fluctuations or thought waves in consciousness. Vrttis are to the mind what waves are to the ocean, ever shifting, yet inseparable. These thought waves are born from past experiences, mental reactions, emotional residues. If discrimination, viveka, is lacking, these thoughts disturb the mind and fuel restlessness. Serenity through discrimination. The path of yoga doesn't demand suppression, it demands understanding. When we begin to analyze our thoughts, we develop clarity and discernment. This leads to purification of thoughts, tranquility in ego, mind, and intelligence, dissolution of restlessness. In this serene state, no new Vrttis arise. Silence replaces noise. Inner stillness becomes a natural state. Hibiscus, the blossoming of the soul. When consciousness becomes calm, ego sheds its arrogance, mind becomes receptive, intelligence becomes humanist. This harmony allows us to touch the core of our being. The soul is not an idea, it becomes a felt experience, radiating peace, purity, and divine flow in our actions, words, and thoughts. Sparkle's conclusion. Living from the soul. The journey of yoga is the journey from form to formlessness, from self to soul. It is a movement from identification to observation, from reaction to reflection, from chaos to calm. To live from the soul is to live in graceful awareness, where life becomes an offering, and every moment a return to the still, silent center within. Om symbol. Final reflection. The soul is everywhere and nowhere, active yet untouched, silent yet deeply present. To realize it is the highest purpose of yoga.